Hey guys, Drifter here. Today I've got a video for you about Black Ops 3 that's a bit more on the negative spectrum. I feel that there is a problem with matchmaking, skill-based matchmaking, and team-based balancing in Black Ops 3. It's just not working right, and for some reason I think the issue is with team balancing specifically. Treyarch seems to think that I am some kind of pro player level carry lord, and they give me the worst teammates imaginable all the time. Like all the time I get potatoes, carrots, and other vegetables like that for my team. And to be clear, this is not a video about how good I am at Call of Duty. I'm not going to sit here and pretend to you that I'm amazing at Call of Duty, that I'm a god, or that anything like that, or that I always get bad teammates. I just get them way more often than I did in previous COD games, enough to kind of make me go, something is suspicious here. Why am I getting so many potatoes on my team? And I'll admit that I did move from Xbox One to PlayStation 4, and as much as the PlayStation bros don't like to admit it, PlayStation's a lot more casual. You have a lot more casual players on PlayStation, so that happens. But I feel like I'm being given a whole ton of new to FPS teammates, like a whole lot of teammates that probably haven't ever played Call of Duty or any shooter before, don't seem to know what's going on. You know what I'm talking about, the guys that go like 2 and 15 or 4 and 25, and they're basically just feeding the enemy team kill streaks, and there's nothing you can do about it when there's 3 kill streaks in the air and you're on the radar with a hater and all that kind of fun stuff. But I'm not the only person experiencing this. At first I thought it was just me. Maybe I'm being paranoid, maybe I've got a big head, an ego, I'm ahead of myself, maybe I'm just being a hater but not the kill streak. And then some of my friends started complaining to me about this exact same problem, and I noticed a few other commentators talking about it and a few streamers, and I've got on Reddit, and people talk about it on Reddit. People talk about all kind of crazy nonsense on Reddit, so that's not always the best source. And it just seems to be like that I'm not the only one noticing or experiencing it. I'm basically going to go ahead and tell you what it is right now. This is what I think is happening, and I'll be clear with you. The theory I'm about to show you is based on nothing but my own experience, right? So assume that you have 12 players in the game, which is standard for Call of Duty. We'll call them players 1 through 12. I made them pop up right here on the screen. And just to keep this easy, let's assume that the player's skill rank, like how good they are, is the same as their number. So player 1 is the best, player 2 is the second best, player 3 is the third best, and 10, 11, and 12 are terrible potatoes. So somebody somewhere has to write a code to decide how to balance this team. Obviously the best 6 versus the worst 6, or 7 through 12 would be a very poor idea. But what I feel like Black Ops 3 does, what seems to happen way more often than it should, is it balances the red and blue team something like this. It makes players 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 all on one team. Player 1, being the best player on a game, is put with the 5 other worst players in the lobby and is kind of expected to carry them through the match. And I know that, COD doesn't use red and blue like Halo does. It just, I don't know, I just think in terms of red and blue still. All going back to those good old Unreal days. But yeah, it seems like player 1 is given priority. Like player 1 gets a team like team captain, but then is recruited all of the worst players, and this happens all the time. And the other team, being of a much higher average skill set or whatever, it just dominates. This is probably a more extreme example. Like, I don't think it really happens like this. More realistically, it's probably something more like this. You get players 1 and 2 on a team, and then 9, 10, 11, and 12, and then you get 3 through 8 on the other team. And I'm not even exaggerating. Like, it's concerning enough for me to put out a crackpot conspiracy theory video for you like this one without hard evidence and without testing, just to get the idea out there, to bounce it off the community to see if anybody else is feeling this. That's how big of a concern it is for me, because it's become very frustrating. I feel like there are some games that I literally just cannot win because my team is too bad. And I go into Call of Duty, it's Call of Duty, it's a casual game, right? I'm not expecting god tier team. I'm not expecting to, pull nade shot and big timer and aches and JCap every time. That's not going to happen. But getting a whole bunch of teammates that go like 2 and 30, and then I get double wraps, then a wraith comes in and a hater and all of that, there's only so much I can do. Like, even with a blacks, I've had times where I had to shoot down like my entire, I'd just aircraft like crazy, empty my entire clip of the black cell, jump off the map, just so that I get more ammo, and do it again. And it's getting kind of ridiculous, and it kind of annoys me, and I know it annoys other people too. And I'm just kind of throwing this out there to see what you guys think about it. Again, this is not a hard fact. Like, I do a lot of hard fact stuff on this channel. I've done 0 testing on this. I don't have evidence of this. I didn't build a mathematical model or a theory, but I've been playing the game a lot. I've played Black Ops 3 probably more than I've played any COD game in the last couple of years, and this is my general feel. My feel is that I need to solo carry my team of potatoes, or everything everything is just going to go horribly, and a lot of my friends have this same belief. So guys, you can tell me what you think about it. You can tell me if you think Black Ops 3 is a game where you get potato teammates, or if I'm just getting ahead of myself. And if you do find anything interesting, let me know. Oh, and if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe. Drifter out.